Okay, hello and welcome back, everyone. Today I have this, which is my Canon FL 50mm f1.8. This thing is disgusting as hell. Let me go show you the torch. Yeah? This is my Sony XC1 compact. It's a new phone to me at least, yeah. So you can see how disgusting it is. Also, it has a bug inside, yeah, which is disgusting. This XC1 compact is gonna be my daily driver until I buy a Sharp Aquos R3. So that's that, and now let's go make the video. My monitor is gonna fall over soon, so I'm gonna have to take account for that thing. Yeah, but yeah, so for now I wanna show you how to open this guy. I've never opened an FL lens before, but they should be quite simple. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, these things are quite similar to the LTM lenses, Canon LTMs. This thing has super stiff focus. See, the aperture also doesn't really work. It's like semi-working at best. See, now it works, but it sort of works. See, sometimes it doesn't latch on. So yeah, to open these things, I'm not sure if you can thread these things out. Yeah, these name rings, but you're gonna have to open the back first. So let me take my screwdrivers out. I'm gonna use my Wii Hazard first. And a slotted 2mm, I think. Let's see. So you want to use a 1.5, I believe, because the 2mm is a bit too wide. Or maybe what you want to do first, yeah. So basically do this, yeah. So you can see the infinity mark over here, yeah. This is directly opposite this pin right here for the aperture. Okay, understand that, yeah? So then you also have the red marker over here, this red dot that goes with the infinity marker, and that thing can be turned up to here, which is like 70 degrees maybe. No, it's like 90, 100 degrees from this infinity marker over here. So that's where it wants to be. I think I'm gonna open the ring first, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna open the ring. So I believe this thing is a retainer screw, which if you remove this guy, you can open this ring, loop the ring so it doesn't move like this, and then you can also put a larger screwdriver into here, because the 1.5 will sort of fit in, but it's gonna be an angle. And if you know these flat screwdriver bits, yeah, if you're not like fully straight in and your angle like this sort of not straight, they can like strip and you can't take the screw out. So that's something I'm not gonna risk. I'm gonna do it properly, and this is how you do it properly. So I think I have this here, because I've never opened one of these. This thing will not really fit, or will it? Yeah, this thing will fit. So 1.5mm, 2mm. Also, I'm back to the what you call this thing, the Lumix, I don't know, Panasonic TM300 or something like that, yeah. This camcorder, which is rubbish basically as camcorder, yeah. So it's not like 1080p, man. It's like 720p plus. So at best that is, yeah. So wait, this thing has like a ball bearing. Yeah, there's a ball bearing inside of there for some reason, that is, yeah. So maybe you wanna like pull this ball bearing out. There must be some way to open that. Let me to take that thing out. Let's take a magnet, yeah. I'm not sure if the magnet will work, but I think it's worth the try. So let's take this screwdriver. That's so not gonna work. How about taking it out from here? But there you go, see, it works. Okay, so this thing is sort of like a tensioner bit. There's a spring also in here, yeah? This thing will then push this ball, which then locks this ring. So now it's free, yeah, this ring. From infinity. Okay. Now I want to count how many rotations it takes to come out. So let's count. 1. No, that's. Oh wait, that's only rough. Okay, that's the limit. I've met some kind of limit, yeah. So I'm gonna come back the other way. That's 1 rotation. That's the 2nd rotation and it's still coming out. That's the 3rd rotation. And that is the... So you have 3 and 3/4 of a turn to like pull this ring out. 3 and 3/4. Okay, so then you put this thing over here on the side. You can see how disgusting these things are, yeah? And how disgusting the rail here is. This thing has a dimple. This thing doesn't have a dimple. So I think what this thing is for, yeah, is when you mount this thing on, the ball will sit here and like click onto this dimple right here. That's when it's locked, so it doesn't fall off the camera body itself. Now let's try and open these things. This is not gonna fit in. I think 2mm will also not fit in. I think you need 1.5, but let's see. 2mm, oh yeah, it actually fits. Okay, so like before, you have to remember that this is directly opposite this infinity marker right here. My computer over here is on, so I'm gonna go type in how many times this ring has to rotate in here. Because if I don't do that, I'm gonna have to see the video again, which is complete shit. Canon FL 50mm. F1.8. Okay, here ring 3.75 times and put bracket to retain the ring. Okay, let's continue. So now let's take these 3 screws out. It's only 3, yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure what this thing does, yeah, but I'm gonna just take them out. I think this thing's for the indexing in the FD bodies. With this, then rear mount cover, aperture pin. Pin sits opposite the infinity marker and okay. I used to do this on paper, yeah, but paper is wasting, so I'm doing it now on my computer, yeah. It's a bit faster, it's also a bit nicer because I can actually read the writing, yeah. If you do it on paper, my handwriting is like shit, so I can't read anymore. These screws are super small, man. And they're countersunk, so it's gonna be hard to find a replacement if you lose them. This goes here. Now you have the aperture mechanism over here, yeah. So basically this thing doesn't come back because of this lever over here, basically. I believe that what you want to do is you want to take these two out, yeah? And at that point you can take the front block out of the back block, which is hopefully right. Yeah, so let's set this thing to f1.8. Then you want to decouple the aperture moving assembly thing here. This thing takes a quite large screw. Let's see, will this fit in? Probably not, yeah. There's a 3mm. 3mm just fits. Does it actually fit or not? It doesn't fit. It's a bit too fat. So you wanna use the 2mm. Okay, yeah. And it's out. Nice. So next you wanna hold this thing down. This thing's a pivot, yeah. I'm taking this guy out because if you take this thing out, it's probably gonna jump somewhere. So opening the pivot is the easier way. Just hold the pivot down basically, so it doesn't jump. I think this pivot should be out, so let's try and pull this guy up if I can, yeah. There we go. It's got like washers over here. This thing is like a I'm not sure what the heck this thing is. It's a bushing. Okay, so there's a bushing with a shim on the bottom also. Let's take a photo with my phone. Why is the camera button not working? Wait, F the case, man. The case is blocking my attempts to like use the camera button. Okay, and then you have this, which is okay. The results are probably gonna be blurry because this is a Sony, not a Pixel or something like that. Yeah, but okay lah. So what? As long as I can use these results to like help me. So these things should go in order like this, yeah. And then you wanna pull this guy out basically. Then you wanna decouple the spring. The spring here is inside of the arm, so you wanna so you can actually also decouple this thing from the bushing. Yeah, fuck the case, man. The case not helping me at all on this phone. So you wanna go and take a photo of this. Take a photo of this. Push this thing over here. I think this XC1 compact can actually focus closer than the ordinary XC1. Not sure why, but I've used the XC1 before, so I have the right to save this, yeah. Okay, that's fucking hell, man. There you go, that thing's out. So you want to do this, then this is spring, yeah. Spring probably come out, let's see. Okay, that's out. So let's just not use the case. I'm probably gonna make another case here that's from plastic, not TPU, so it doesn't like bother me. So this, I can see two rings, yeah. One over here, which probably takes the rear optical block out, optical group out. Then this, which probably holds the whole helicoid in. Let's see if my, which call these things? My lens wrench can go in. I'm not sure they can, but I hope they can. They sort of go in, but not perfectly. So I'm back to using vernier calipers. Okay. Fucking hell, man. So basically the optical block is blocking me from accessing that thing. Yeah? So let me try and open this optical block up first. Then after that we'll go on with the ring in the front of this thing. So you wanna push this thing like this. Let's check the what's called this thing? Optical diagram. Canon FL 50mm f1.8 optical diagram. So okay, so the back. What the hell? This thing's not supposed to be bulged, man. But hold on, let's see later. This thing's supposed to. Oh yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh wait, no. This thing. FL 50mm, not sure. This is the EF. So the inside is concave, like this. The outside is like this. Okay, let's put this thing over here. Now I should have enough space. No, I still don't have enough space. Okay, let's see if I can like push this thing down, maybe. This sort of works, but it's not ideal. This thing will go. No, it doesn't move. Okay, so now you can push this thing with a screwdriver. And it should come out. So I scratched this thing over here, yeah, on the metal but not on the glass, yeah. So I would advise you to use one of those fancy lens tools that have like detachable bits which are super thin. That probably work quite well, yeah. But I do not have the money to buy one of those, so I'm not going to do it yet. This is the rear optical, that's the rear block holder. Then you can like pull the front optical block out like this, yeah. Basically, okay. That's your rear optical block. Your rear focusing helicoid. Then you have this shim. I'm taking photos, but I usually never even see them, man. So usually I take photos, then after I finish the lens disassembly, I'm like, that's easy, yeah. So I just throw the photos away. This is 16. Something in this assembly over here is heavy to turn. Not sure what, but it's rough. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and fix the helicoid first, maybe, yeah? Because that is something that I know how to do. This thing is sealed. No, it's not sealed, I think, yeah. No way this thing's sealed. One chat head's active. Oh yeah. Wait for a while, yeah. Okay, so take the thing apart. 3 screws. Then you have what else? Where's the infinity stop? 0.6. That's the helicoid key. Focus down, that thing goes down. So this is the helicoid key screws basically. Yeah. Infinity. Okay, I think I'm gonna go mark this line with this line so it actually meets up, yeah. So as you can see, this thing has a line over here and a line over. Wait, let's focus this thing back to infinity. Line over here, line over here. That's not straight, but so let's just put a line over here basically. Yeah. So stick my lamp over here. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to open the 3 helicoid screws basically, I think, yeah. So because now you've marked this thing, this outer ring, yeah, which is basically the helicoid ring that you turn with your hands. So after you mark that thing, you should be okay to take the thing out. And yeah, let's see. This is rusty as hell, man. But it's still easy to open, yeah, which is a good sign. So this goes here. Wait, this thing's supposed to be here. Fucking hell, man, that's hard. I'm afraid of killing the screw's head, because if you kill the screw's head, these are quite small. I do not stock them at home. So yeah, we're gonna have to find them again, buy them from China or something like that, yeah. Which is not easy to do. Shit, I think I screwed this head up. Okay, I stripped this thing a little bit, but not fully, which is okay. I nicked this bottom bit over there. And this thing should come out like this. Now you have the bare helicoid head thingy. This is the helicoid, what you call this thing? Limiter basically, yeah. So this thing limits your helicoid's movement, and it is quite disgusting. So what I want to do right now is I want to mark this thing basically, yeah. Mark where this thing is supposed to join with the brass helicoid. This thing's made of hard metal. It's not that easy to etch. Let's take a cutter, man. I think my cutter will do a lot better, but my cutter's not here. Let me go find my cutter. Oh well. for marking something like this hardened steel, you wanna use a dead cutter blade, which is not gonna cut plastic or paper. This thing is jagged as hell, so this thing will act like a saw and etch the metal quite deep, just like that. Unlike a normal cutter, which would like slide over and become blunt, which is not what you want. So etch it deep, and make sure you can actually see the etching here, or else you're doing it for nothing. Because the mark is for you to see, not for decoration. Like that, yeah, that should be visible once you clean this thing up. Gonna take photos again. Let's see how legible the marks are on my screen. This is like a very small spin here, but you can actually see how blurry the image is. I'm gonna go edit photos. I'm gonna put small arrows to the scratches over here, because this is basically what you need to see. Done, save a copy. Okay, that is clear enough. Not very clear, yeah. I think I'm gonna continue on with this Mate 20 I have, because that's way better in like photos and resolution. So now I think I want to use what, acetone? Not sure, yeah. What's this? Photos or Bluetooth? Okay. Acetone and this cotton swab. Let's turn this monitor off. Okay. I might wanna like slightly, what you call this thing, like shave off some of the rust on the side of the screws. Because the last thing you want is a seized screw and you force this. You force the seized screw, because if you have a seized screw, that's okay. If you force it, it's gonna break. If you break the head, it's not coming out. And that's the worst bit, so that's why I do not like these rusty lenses. That should be in. Turn it up. Ah, shit, come on. Son of a shit, man, this is not coming out. Let's try this second screw. This thing's less rusty, yeah, so it should fit in. It's not coming out also, so these two are still stuck in there basically. What the heck, man? Which one? Like WD-40, yeah. What the hell? I think I'm gonna go drip some more acetone in here, and when it comes out I'm gonna come back on video, yeah. So I'm gonna go cut the video for a while. Bye bye. Okay, yeah, so I've managed to take this thing out. It took like, I don't know, like 5 minutes for this acetone to work, and it's finally taking the helicoid key out. So you already marked this thing, you already taken this thing out. Now you should be able to take the helicoid out. So you wanna turn this thing this way, and soon your inner helicoid will come out of the helicoid keys. So you wanna make sure you mark which one goes where. So I'm gonna go mark this guy with X. Okay, my camera just cut out, but yeah, so you wanna mark this thing. You wanna mark which helicoid key goes where. So you see this thing is solid, yeah, this one. this one with the inset like screw. Okay, my camera keeps cutting out. Yeah, so you wanna see this? This thing has a slot in the helicoid key, and this thing is on the side with like protruding screws over here. Yeah, this thing has no protruding screws, so they're inset, like they're countersunk basically into the metal, and this thing is solid. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna go and take photos. Yeah, so that I remember where the orientation should go. So this, I'm gonna take a photo like this. Then let's edit this thing. Mark up with a pen. This thing is slotted. Shit. So there you go. So you actually, in this one photo, yeah, you can see that the part that has a solid helicoid key is gonna be beside this hole over here, and this thing with the protruding screws is the side with the hollow or slotted helicoid key, and this thing is the one that's far away from the hole over here. This, oh yeah, so then this inner helicoid should have this slot over here, yeah, coincide with this slot basically, which is common knowledge, but I'm also going to take a photo of this, yeah, so you actually remember, for in case I forget. Okay, nice. So you want to now turn this thing over here a bit more, a little bit more, and this thing is out. Not yet. Yeah, now this thing's out. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find a way to like fully take this thing out, and now you want to find any markings of any previous attempts to open this thing. I do not see any, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and turn this outer helicoid out first until it snaps out, and then I'm going to go mark this outer helicoid where this orange infinity stop goes. So this is nearing the end probably. Prepare my screwdriver. There you go. So you want to mark it over here. Infinity. Okay. So, and now you want to take another photo. I'm taking photos because I'm sleepy, and if I'm sleepy, I'm not gonna remember this thing probably, so that's why I'm gonna have to take photos every time I take something out. Okay, that should be okay. Take this thing out. Yeah, it's disgusting as hell. So you wanna put this thing over here, and then you have this inner helicoid, which is I think what's stiff. Yeah, it is stiff. So you wanna find a way to turn this thing even with it being stiff. Fucking hell. Wow, shit. How in the hell do you turn this thing, man? Wait. So this thing is now so seized that I can barely move this thing. Let's see. This thing goes this way, so you want to push it over here. No, not moving. Still not moving? What the hell? Let's take these, like, I don't know, lens wrenches, and then put these two into the helicoid key areas where it's supposed to be. Okay, and now you should be able to turn these things. Yeah, okay, that's way easier, but it's still quite hard to turn. Oh shit, man, this is so hard to turn. Okay, that's quite easy now. And I'm not sure where the heck this thing came out. Okay, fuck. So, I'm gonna mark this thing over here. Make sure it's the only mark, okay? But I'm not sure exactly where this thing is supposed to go in. So yeah, I'm gonna go wash these helicoid parts, and then I'm gonna come back when I'm done, yeah? Okay, let us continue. So, put this thing over here. Okay, yeah. I've already taken my time to like wash these things, and I've put the helicoid back together without the infinity stop, yeah. This thing for some reason has some noise. Like, I'm not sure why the heck that thing has noise, but there you go. It's not click sort of noise, but it's sort of like a, what you call this thing? It's some kind of a, like, if you put your finger into like some pot of grease, yeah, and you do this with your finger, and it like bubbles and stuff like that, that's what it sounds like. So I think it's the grease, but I'm not sure. I use my normal Molykote, which is some PTFE grease over here. But for some reason this thing is different, this helicoid, yeah. It turns smoothly, quite light, I'd say. Actually, it's not very light, it's like, it's okay, it's perfect, I think, yeah. Maybe a bit on the heavy side, but it's only slightly on the heavy side, so it's not very heavy. So I think it's something to do with the helicoid design itself, not sure, yeah. So yeah, that's it basically for this guy. I'm gonna put this thing over here. I'm gonna put this thing back together again when I have the lens done. This thing I also cleaned this lens, yeah, this rear optical block. I've cleaned that thing up. Now I'm gonna go clean the front, and after I do that, I'm gonna go and put everything back together again. Test if this thing is at infinity, because as you probably know, yeah, I've like pulled the front black ring in here, yeah, the inner helicoid. This thing I pulled it out without marking the infinity stop, so I'm not sure if this is the exact one, but this thing's the best fit I've gotten, yeah, from all of the helicoid entrances, so I'm gonna be using this one. Then this thing is the aperture block, which is yeah, okay. So, and the front optic. The front optic probably comes out by unscrewing, I think, yeah. Let's try. So this thing has no what you call this thing? It has no like slots. Seems like plastic, so wait for a while, yeah. Okay, so let's use this cone and pull the front out. It is turning, which is good. Shit, the sound, man. So this thing is a 48mm filter thread, which means that you're not gonna be using this thing, because this thing is 49, yeah. You're gonna be using this side. Okay. Then I'm gonna go push this stuff over to this side. This thing is out. This is hard disk screws. This is empty. Okay. Then you have this thing over here. I think this thing will take the whole optical block out, but I'm not sure. Let's see. So I'm gonna go take my vernier calipers out first. Not sure where the heck they are, yeah, but wait, let me go find them. Wait. This thing's super tight in there. Okay, let's try using this thing. So lock this. Okay, yeah. Now let's try and open this thing up. Nice. Shit. This thing's a bit stiff. And yeah, this is the optical block, so you can take this ring out and this ring out to basically access the optics. And then you have this. This is your aperture assembly, f16. This thing's not supposed to squeak. It has a spring that pulls the tab down basically, yeah. And this ring here is supposed to push it down. Not sure, yeah. I have a cam that pushes the thing there. So the cam pushes the lever over here, up, and then you can close the thing down with this. Not sure why you actually have a spring in here then. Wait, yeah. What the hell is this? Let me go throw this thing there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find a way to basically understand this mechanism. I think if you take this lock ring out, you can pull the whole aperture assembly out maybe. Let me try, yeah? So you pull this. Shit. One. Okay. What is holding this thing in? There's a screw on the side, I think. No? I'm not sure. What you want to access is this bottom bit, not this top bit. Let's put this snap ring back in. I think I found what's wrong. So there's a bearing on the bottom side, yeah, that is not in its slot or like its hole. So this bearing over here, yeah, let's zoom in. This thing's over here, this bearing, yeah, and it's supposed to be inside this hole, I think. So let's try and lift this metal piece up slightly. No, not gonna work. It's not in the middle. Let me try nudging it with some metal screwdriver, and it should pop back into place. Now let's try and set to F1.8 and F. There you go. That now clicks, yeah. So then you wanna zoom back out again, and then this is still binding. Okay. This is a clicker basically, this side. What's this then? This is a lock ring, I think. But I'm not sure what the heck this lock ring is for and what it does. So let's try and pull this lock ring out. Okay. This thing allows you to pull this ring out. Let's take the ball bearing out first. Okay, there's one screw that holds this thing in basically. Okay. Lock ring. Then let me get a screwdriver. 1.5mm bit should do. Now you want to screw this guy out. Ball bearing is not coming out. Now this should just come out, but it's hitting this over here, and I believe this thing is a cam. I mean, this screw is like the cam that drives the inner turning bit over there. Yeah. So let's see if I can remove this guy. After I remove this, I'm gonna go take my tweezers first, yeah, so I can actually hold things better. Let's take a 2mm bit. Then you want to pull this thing out slowly. And as you can see, this thing is a cam for this inner bit. This thing you can move. See? And this thing is moved by this thing. The screw that goes into there. The the upper ring is moved by this thing, and this thing also has a ball bearing in here. Seems like Canon loves their ball bearings. So you have this, this, this. I think these three screws will hold in the rear of this segment over here. Yeah. Then it should just come out. This front feels a bit rough. So wait, let's see. I'll put this over here. Let's clean up this side, yeah, of the table. Gonna put this lock ring from this and this and then this. Okay. Let's take photos again, so I do not forget where the heck this thing came from. So, come on. Okay, yeah. And then open this thing though. This thing has one of those snap rings and this ball. Then you have what else? You also have one of these cams over here. Yeah? I'm gonna take this thing out, yeah. Okay, let's go. So let's prepare one of these cups again. And do exactly what I did with the other one. So this thing will go. So this thing also didn't come out because this thing was holding the ring in, basically, I think. So if you push this screwdriver in, then screw this little cam thingy. It should just fall out. Then I think you wanna open this snap ring out so the ball doesn't jump. Hasn't jumped. Okay. There's your ball with a bunch of rust. This thing has 0 grease again, so I'm gonna have to re-lube every single thing over here. Now after you've taken that thing out, you can probably undo the snap ring, which is over here. Pull it down, then this to pull it up, this, then the string should just fall down. Okay, then after that you can probably undo the ring here, the snap ring, and this should just fall out the front. No? Why? Why not? Come on. Wait. Gonna have to take a photo of this. Okay. This thing should, see, there you go. So nice. This thing comes out. I'm gonna loop every single one of these things. Now what else can I take out? I cannot take out this snap ring. This is the ring that controls the... Oh, this is the ring that gets controlled by the black ring, this thing, yeah. So that's for the stop down, stop up. See? So if it's open, yeah, you can go stop it down with this black ring. Or in my case, the screw is gone. So yeah, see, there you go. If it's not stopped down, you can stop it down with this ring. So every single thing in here needs grease, I think, and that's why I'm gonna take every single thing out. And my table is literally full of these rings. Gonna pull this thing out, yeah. Okay. Then pull this snap ring out. You do not want to get these swapped, because if you get them swapped, then you might as well just throw your lens away or test them one by one until they fit in. So this is supposed to fit in here. Let me go take a photo of that, yeah. Okay. Then you have this. This is a snap ring, which then takes the aperture cam thingy out. Yeah, my table's literally full of these things. I'm gonna go put some stuff back in my drawer so I can actually keep more stuff on my table, yeah. Because there's a ton of stuff from such a small lens. So this thing's not very hard to CLA, it's just a lot of parts that you have to keep track of. So this thing will go here. Okay. Now this. Have I taken a photo of this or not? I've not, I think. At least I don't believe I have. So off. Also, I have this app which turns my phone on when I do this and off when I do this again. See? So that is way better than using the power on off button, because my XZ1 Compact does not have a double tap to wake feature. And in Sony, you can't just tap the power button to turn it on, you have to press the button. If you press the button too much, it's gonna break. So you do not want that to happen here. So then you have this ring, which you can probably pull straight out. The sound just now was from this thing just snapping down like that, yeah? See? This thing's open, this is closed. The rough part is still underneath this. Okay. What can be so rough? I think it might be the lever thingy for this aperture, yeah, but I'm not sure. What else can I take off here? I think the only things I can take off next are these 3 screws on the side. I'm not sure what they do, but I think they just drop the whole aperture out. So this thing. Oh yeah, okay, I see. So this, the part that goes like in line with this lever over here, or this cam right here, yeah. This thing is the only one with 2 screws. This is where the larger screw on here, yeah, goes, which is this guy right here. So what happens is, if you take these 3 screws out and this whole thing falls out, you want to make sure you actually put this thing straight like this. And hopefully I do remember that, so I'm gonna go take my other screwdrivers, because these are quite small screws. 1.9 should be enough to fit in. Or should I use 1.0? I think 1.0 should fit. 1.0. Yeah, it doesn't really fit. You're better off using 1.9 and 0.9. So this is 0.9. Stick some Q-tip, acetone, and put some acetone in the holes before you actually put your screwdriver in, yeah. So that's really full of acetone. Put some over here. Not enough, yeah. Now I'll let this thing sit for a few minutes and then come back when the acetone has penetrated the screws. Okay, so I sort of slept just now for some reason, so I'm gonna come back right now and take everything apart. So I have space on my table like this, okay. These screws are really shallow for some reason, so you wanna be careful not to strip them. Or at least this one is shallow, yeah. This thing is not shallow. This thing is also deep, so you have to be careful with this one. I think this thing has some shit inside of the screw head. Try cleaning it up first. Okay. From the caulking, I think this thing is one of those lenses that's never been opened from new, yeah. So this is okay. This is hard. Yeah, there you go. See, you can see all this like caulking material come out. Wait, so you wanna remember that this. Let me go take a photo of this, yeah. So this is the pin slot thingy. Edit photos. Shit. Okay, yeah. So then this thing should just fall out, I think, after I take all these screws out. I want I want another cap or some cupping in. Let's see what I can find. There's this thing over here. And these things are made of steel. Okay, nice. So they're actually magnetic. That means I'm gonna take a magnet, yeah, to put onto the end of this thing. Wait for a while. Take one magnet. Piece of shit, nice magnet. Magnet right there, and then you want to unscrew the other two screws. This thing is quite a lot tighter than the other two, yeah, for some reason. Okay. Put this thing over here, and then this aperture mag should just fall out. No? If you look at the screws, yeah, you can see them like protrude over here. But I'm not sure what to actually lock in, because this rear bit's still stuck inside. It does move. Okay, so let's take a book and there you go. That's your housing. I'm gonna wash this thing later, yeah. So put this thing over here. This is literally to the end of my table, man. This line of rings. Then you have this. This is held in by 2 screws, one on each side. The aperture here is clean, yeah, but I'm gonna have to clean this thing up like fully because of how sticky this mechanism is. It's not sticky, it's like heavy. It's rough. See, it sticks even with the spring. So gonna have to pull these 2 screws out. Gonna take a photo first. Oh shit, why the heck did I photo my table, man? Wait, let's take a photo of this. The pin is over there. Okay. Delete. Okay, so then you wanna open these 2 screws. These things have like some nail polish or something like that, yeah. It's not nail polish, it's like some kind of a thread locker. So what you wanna do is you wanna take Q-tip. Any dirty one would do, yeah. So I'm gonna use this thing. And then take some acetone. I think I haven't taken a photo of the rear bit. Yeah, I haven't, so I'm gonna take a photo of this. Nice. Then you wanna wet this Q-tip head and then like remove this sticky stuff. This is harder to take off than some other like thread lockers. It's not going out that easily, so I might have to brute force this thing. To brute force a screw, you wanna basically, a thread locker, you wanna just like cut the sides and cut the middle. This thing feels like acrylic, man. It's like, it's slick. Which is not like most thread lockers. Let's take my screwdriver. Don't military fit. Just gonna use 1.5. Yeah, this is some kind of like an acrylic glue type glue, yeah. Not your normal thread lock glue. Usually it's like some kind of rubber compound usually. This thing's more like a hard epoxy resin type glue. And you wanna take this side out. Okay. If you have a hard glue, the way to take it out is to use sharp, hard force, like hitting or something like that, yeah? But this is a screw head, and this thing is a slotted one, so it's quite fragile, so I'm not gonna hit it with something else. This seems okay enough. Let's clean this thing then. Okay, now let's see if I can actually take this screw out. I can, okay, nice. Let's try the second one. Yes, it's out. Okay, nice. So you wanna unscrew these things. And so this thing's a flat surface basically, yeah. See, the two prongs on the aperture are on the top side basically. So you wanna take a photo of this, then pull this out. This thing has a spring, okay. Spring is connected to the, oh yeah, I see, okay. So I think what you want to do is you want to take the blades out one by one, or just all of them at once. Then you can have access to this, and I think this is what you want to loop there, but when you loop this close to aperture blades is not something I would normally do. But this is like slick, man, so see, this is slick, so it has some kind of coating, yeah. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the aperture, because this thing might be, yeah, it's a bit sticky, yeah, this thing. So you wanna clean all of this up, and then hopefully after that will work. So I'm gonna come close the video after this and clean all of these rings over here, yeah. See, all of those rings over there. And I'm also gonna clean this stuff up, and then I'm gonna come back when it's time to like put everything back together again. So yeah, bye bye. Okay, welcome back. So I've assembled the aperture. Now I shall put this thing back into place, and we should be ready to go soon, yeah. So I'm gonna go and clean this thing first with some alcohol. I've already washed all the rings, which is nice, so I don't have to do it again, yeah. So clean this ring. The inside's already clean, yeah. I'm only cleaning the outside because I haven't cleaned the outside. Then you want to push this into here. Okay. Then you want to drop these screws into here. What the heck is that? One message. Oh yeah, okay. Now it's smooth, see? That's how it's supposed to work. So you wanna tighten these things down, and they should be the last of my aperture worries, yeah. No wobble, okay, nice, see? It still does make noise. I think if you tighten these screws a bit too tight, they're gonna make noise. So, wait, yeah. I think the reason why they put thread lock is to like no. Yeah, okay, so it still doesn't wobble, but it doesn't make any noise right now. So you wanna put some thread lock on this thing. Thread lock is basically clear nail polish. I'm gonna try out. Oh, I think I have some. So use this. A small dab over there. And a small dab over here. Oh shit. Yeah, I spilled some on my table. Fucking hell. Yeah, take some tissue and acetone. Wipe it off. There you go. Nice. Oh. So once you're done with this, you wanna push this guy back into the housing here. Yeah? You wanna make sure these small niblets in here, yeah, go into the holes over here, which is gonna be easier said than done. So drop it in. And then you're gonna have to make the screws fit in the hole. Let me mark them, yeah. So I'm gonna find some white nail polish. Ah, shit. Okay. Gonna mark where this guy goes. Okay, there you go. So I've marked where this like hole over here is. That's where the aperture holding grub screws will sit in. So you wanna fit this thing into this thing over here. Okay, yeah. Chop it in. Shouldn't be this hard. I think I found the hole. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, nice. So you wanna leave this thing here. Then you wanna find a. This is 0.9 mil. Find a magnet. Okay. And once you have a magnet, you want to take one of these grub screws. And screw them into the aperture assembly. Check this guy. Okay, it's in. Nice. That's also in. Last screw, yeah. This thing will go in. Yes. Now tighten all of them down. Once you're done, you want to put some little bit of nail polish. This time use some applicator like this screwdriver, so it doesn't chip everywhere. Yeah. This. And this will basically be your thread lock. You don't need too much, you just need enough. And this. Okay, nice. So then close the nail polish. And what can I do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go put everything in one by one, yeah, basically. So this should go in facing, yeah, see, I'm lucky I actually took photos. So let's see where this thing goes. Pull the brightness up a bit. This thing, yeah, that is gonna sit over here. Okay, then you're gonna lock this thing in with a lock ring. That is locked. Okay, nice. Then okay, yeah. Next, you want to put this thing in. This should go in where? Let's see. So this is over there. Goes in like this. Okay. Then you wanna goes or like lock this thing in with this lock ring. Okay, nice, not coming out. Then next is this other ring, which should go, this fork goes onto this thingy over there, yeah. Okay. And then you can put this thing in here. Wait, this thing goes here. Okay, so point this thing down. Nice, yeah. So that works out. Is this grease? Yeah, man, it's disgusting. So let's clean this stuff out first. Yeah, seems clean enough. Yeah, okay, seems all like everything's okay. So next you want to put this silver ring back in. Just go in like this, find the locking screw. Where in the hell is that thing? There you go. So you want to also lube this ring, yeah, so that it doesn't like gum up or seize up. So you wanna put some of this. Okay, then you want to put this ring back in. Okay, then you put this screw back in. Now you want to put the clicker back in. So for the clicker you have a ball and two screws, yeah. Okay, also haven't cleaned this rusty plate, so you wanna clean this with some alcohol. Okay, I think what you want to do, yeah, is you want to put some grease inside of this niblet where the ball bearing should go. Like that, yeah. Then you wanna put the ball bearing. It's quite clean though, yeah. So put it in here. So it sticks basically, yeah. See? It doesn't fall out. So then you can put this thing over here on top of the lens body like this. And then you can go screw it in. So hold the screw, align the holes, then screw it in. Take the screw, wait for a while, yeah. Screw this thing in. Okay. Then you wanna find f16 or f1.8, yeah. You wanna find a definable spot, which is the end stop basically. I'm gonna choose f1.8. You wanna make this thing perfectly centered in the clicky area, yeah, basically the clicky part. And then you wanna just press this thing down with the two screws on the side. Change out my bit for a 2.0mm bit. And you have a clicky aperture. There's a bit of spring sound basically of this. Like a bit of ping. Gonna try painting a slight amount of grease on the spring and see if that will help. That helped a lot. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna go take some little bit more grease and put it on the spring. Just a little bit. Too much on your spring will basically gum up. Too little, you still hear the pinging. So just gonna put a very slight amount. Nice. Okay. Seems like it's gonna rain today, yeah? So this is done. Now I'm gonna put this lock ring into the lens. Just put it on like this. Nice. Then you have this ring, which is gonna go on this level right here, yeah? It also has a clicker, which is over there. Okay, so you wanna make this ring No. I mean this ring. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put this thing in, but before that you want to loop this thing also, so it doesn't scratch the metal out. And also so it sounds nice, yeah, it doesn't scrape and stuff like that, so you wanna Take this stuff. Let's put on the ring lah, so it doesn't like go everywhere. Okay, yeah. Hole is in there. Cover the grease. You have one. Oh yeah, okay, I understand. So take the long screw. Oh shit. You wanna take this long screw, yeah? Fucking hell. Put this thing into here. Then take your small screwdriver and persuade the screw into the hole like this, yeah, until it goes in. Then you can take this larger screwdriver and screw it in tight. Okay, next you want to open up the, actually no, I think I'm gonna put this thing back in first. So there's a screw hole above here, which you want to put this screw into. Okay, then you want to take a tissue, clean off the mess that the grease left there, because the grease just went everywhere just now. Okay, nice. Next thing I would like to do is I would like to open this up, the aperture, so the dust can just fall down if there's any dust that wants to fall down onto the aperture, yeah. Then you wanna take a 2mm bit and open this clicker. Fuck, yes, okay. Nice. Clicker is out. Oh shit, I think I just stripped this thing, no? Not sure. Okay. I semi-stripped the screw. Okay, now you want to put the ball back in. The ball is in here. No? It's in here, okay, nice. So, to put the ball in, like just now, you put some grease here. Some of this grease onto the, this time I want to put it into this groove over here, yeah. There you go. Then put the ball in the groove. Ball is in here. Okay. Once you put the ball in the groove, you're gonna put this guy into here. Nice, yeah. Shit. And asshole, man. What the heck? Okay, like what the hell? Let's just do this. Why is that ball over there, man? Sitting there, man. Nice. You wanna make the ball sit in there. Nice. Then you wanna screw this thing down. Then you want to find the end stop. Okay. Okay, so what's basically happened here is this ring doesn't change anything, which is quite odd, yeah. But this thing was how it's set up before. So either the guy that set this thing up before me set it up wrong, or it's supposed to be this way, because this thing, the rear bit, yeah, pulls this way, which means that it's gonna pull this way. And I thought if it does do that, then this thing will actually close this like this. So I'm not very sure until I put everything back into one piece of whether or not I'm correct. So I'm just gonna leave it this way first. Open the aperture up, and now what you want to do is you want to put the lock ring back in. Nothing here. Okay, nice. So you want to put this lock ring back in to here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Next, what you wanna do is you wanna clean the front optics, which I will do. This thing is stuck solid. The front has some locking compound, which is to be expected. And now I'm gonna try and open this thing even without any acetone, yeah, because I don't feel like it. Let's measure this up. Okay. Tighten this thing down. Son of a shit, man, this thing. So I'm gonna go use acetone and clean this thing up. It's pretty simple like any other lens, yeah, so you can just do this yourself. And I'm gonna come back when I'm done. I'm not sure why I cut the video just now, but I've managed to finish assembling the optics and the ring. Basically, screw everything back in. Now I'm putting this helicoid stopper into the lens body, because I think this is already perfect. Now let's put this thing in. Okay. Then the second screw. align the hole. There, and then you want to make sure the lines where I scratched the lens helicoid and the lens helicoid stopper align perfectly. This seems perfect. Now I'll hold the helicoid stopper while I twist the screws so it doesn't move about, yeah. And that's pretty much done. Let me go check my phone again. One email, okay. Then what you wanna do next is you wanna put this, you wanna put this ring onto here, basically. So this infinity, you wanna put infinity to infinity like this. Make sure all the markers line up. This thing's not going fully done for some reason. Yeah? Okay, it hits this thing and this is infinity, so okay. Seems like the infinity stop is somehow a bit moved from here to here. Okay, yeah, so that's perfect. This lines with this lines with this. Okay, so I think that should be it. I'm gonna go screw these 3 screws back in. Find my tweezers. Oh yeah, okay. Shove them into the holes. Ah, shit. These FL screws, yeah, they like you to hold the head, because the head's really heavy. So if you drop them, they'll just fall and like flip on them, like on themselves, yeah, basically. So you wanna put them by like pinching the head with your tweezers, which is not ideal. I don't like to do that, yeah, but if I have to, then I have to. Oh shit, see? That's what happens when you pinch the head. So if you pinch the head, basically the screw can just jump out of your tweezers, yeah. And that might lead to you losing a screw. Okay, now you want to tighten these 3 up. Number 1, 2, and number 3. And back to 1 again. Okay, and 2 again. Shit. Okay, and 3 again. Okay. Those seem nice and tight, and now you can put this shim. Let's take this tissue away. Yeah? You can put this shim onto the optical block like this. Then you can drop this guy back into here. There should be some slot where this screw can go in. So you want to meet the slots up and make sure they go in like this, yeah. Then you can take this thing, wipe it off first so it doesn't drop disgusting dust all over your lens. That, yeah. Then you wanna just slowly push this thing in. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, no more wobble. So now what you want to do is you want to put this on top of here, yeah? Just like that. Then this will, these two will fit on top of here. Still pushing. So go over the bushing. Wait, yeah. Okay. Then you want to put the screw back into place. And then I'll okay. So this thing gets pulled, yeah, if you can see this, yeah. And then you twist this front ring. You can actually twist it back, see? So that means that I've put this thing in properly. Twist this a bit tighter, okay? This should be perfect. And then you have this spring. This thing should go over here. Oh no, I think this thing actually goes into this coupling right here, so I'll have to find a way to basically push this spring into that hole, which is not as easy as it might seem, yeah. So how in the fucking hell am I gonna do this? It's supposed to go into this hole right here. Let's take this arm off. Okay, yeah. I also think I'm better off greasing this guy later, so I'm gonna do that after this. But for now, I'm gonna try greasing this guy up first, maybe. Yeah. So take some of my grease and my paintbrush, paint around the hole like that. Then you want to paint this thing over here, this bushing. Okay, then you're going to paint the top of the screw like this, and this thing over here. Okay, so now I shall put this back in here, and then I can try and push this spring back into here, yeah, which is proving to be really hard. see if I can like slot this over the top. No? There you go, it worked. Okay, nice. So I can screw this into here first, I think, yeah? So I don't have to like deal with this spring later. Shit. On. Nice. Okay. Then you wanna basically take a push, put it into here, then push this thing over there, then put this bushing inside of the screw. This, yeah, okay. Pull this thing over here. Okay. Nice. It's actually working. Okay, so now we'll put this cover back on. I believe you also must be quite happy to have this repair near finished. I'm not sure where my magnet went, yeah, because I think this thing had a magnet on it. Yeah, it's supposed to have a magnet on it, but I'm not sure where the heck that thing went. It's here, okay. I'm lucky this thing wasn't in the lens, right? Because if it's in the lens, I'd have to like take the whole thing apart. And this is not an easy lens to go in. I mean, it's easy, but it's not easy to keep track of every single part. This thing's a 1.5. No, it's a 1.2, but so I'll use a 1.0 bit. Okay, now I shall grease the locking helicoid. the helicoid used to like squeak a lot. Yeah, I mean the what you call this thing? It's not a helicoid, the mount, the spinning mount used to like squeak a lot, and hopefully with this I'll fix it. So add some grease onto this nib over there. And I think I might be done. Let's screw this thing back in. It's only single stud, this thing, yeah. It's not a multiple stud thread, so you should be okay with starting this thing anywhere. And I think it's reverse threaded, I'm not sure though. So let's try reverse threading, and it does go in. This is 6 3/4 of a turn, yeah, basically it's supposed to be. So this is max. Then you want to put the ball bearing in. Oh yeah, let's put the ball bearing into the hole. And then you want to put the screw back in the hole. Make sure it has a spring, okay? It's still rough for some reason. Maybe it's because the ball bearing isn't perfectly into the inside the inside of the spring mechanism. So try nudging it in. Yeah, it actually isn't that smooth as well. Let it be. So yeah, that is it for the FL50 1.8. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed the video, leave like a like or a comment. I mean, if you do not understand anything, then leave a comment. But this thing looks awesome, man. It's like semi-new, semi-abused. But yeah, so I'm happy to have this lens working again. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Have a nice day.